Yeah, hello everyone. Actually, I wasn't sure I was going to make it here tonight, but luckily my monkeypox cleared up just in time. Still got one or two sores on my hands, but I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. They've nearly healed over now, and if any pus does start seeping out, I'm sure I can just wipe that off onto my shirt. It's quite absorbent material, so I think we're all good. Anyway, apart from my recent brush with monkeypox, I've been feeling pretty good lately. And that's because I've finally got the body that I've always wanted. And the best thing of all is, she's only 22. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's because I've been going to the gym a lot recently. And that's where I met her. She wasn't working out there, she's actually one of the cleaners. I was there late one evening, it was past closing time, because I was taking an extra long shower to relieve some stiffness that had built up during my workout. I was giving myself a good rub down, because those yoga classes, I mean, they can get really intense. Anyway, there I was, still in the shower, when she came into the changing rooms to clean them. As soon as I saw her, I quickly popped out of the shower and grabbed a towel to make myself look decent. It was a very awkward moment. She was open-mouthed with surprise. I mean, she had just got quite an eyeful after all. But I couldn't resist taking the opportunity to come on to her. Anyway, she's a beautiful young woman, and she is way out of my league, but being a cleaner doesn't pay that well, so we came to an arrangement. She was pretty hard up before, but now I'm the one that's hard up. So you might not be that surprised to hear that I do have a bit of a toxic masculinity problem. I gave up fighting it a long time ago, though. Instead, I decided to embrace it. So these days, I'm all about leaning into my toxic masculinity. Well, I guess we've all got a new favourite country now, and I think you know which one I'm referring to. That's right, Russia. Oh shit, sorry, no, I meant Ukraine. I keep getting those two mixed up because I think Russia used to be part of Ukraine, right? Anyway, there's no more manly a pursuit than to participate in combat. So as part of my whole leaning into toxic masculinity thing, I was thinking of travelling to Ukraine to volunteer for the Ukrainian army. But then I discovered that, unfortunately, that was not going to be covered by my travel insurance policy. What can you do? So at least this war in Ukraine has certainly taken the heat off climate change, though. But we cannot afford to forget about that. It seems the global average temperature could increase by 1.5 centigrade by the end of the century. Now that is very, very concerning indeed. I mean, I don't want it to take that long. It's going to be ages before we start getting decent hot weather here. Oddly enough, I have been accused of being a climate change denier, but I strongly deny that. I, of all people, know that climate change is real, and that's because I recently received a diagnosis of climate change from my doctor. Yet, climate change is now an officially recognised medical diagnosis. It's true, I mean, you just can't make this shit up. If you don't believe me, you can Google it after. Anyway, after I received that diagnosis, my immediate reaction was to go into denial. The doctor told me I need to go on a low carbohydrate diet. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of Netflix recently. There have been some great documentary series about highly manipulative sociopathic men who've managed to con women out of vast sums of money. I'm thinking about The Tinder Swindler and Bad Vegan. Anyone seen those?
Yes.
Yeah, they were great, weren't they? Anyway, I've been watching those documentaries with great interest because these days as a man, It's really hard to find really good role models. Speaking of good role models, has anyone else seen the Jimmy Savile documentary? Okay, going a bit too far there, but okay, thank you very much. I've been Victor Luber.